front sight, the physical complex, consists of 550 acres just outside of Las Vegas. Wide open expanse of desert, so we've got lots and lots of room, no encroachment. We're free to basically develop this facility as we see fit. Well, front sight is the creation of Dr. Ignatius Piazza, who's the founder and director. He was taking courses under Jeff Cooper back in the 80s, a long time ago. And through the training that he received under Jeff Cooper and other national instructors, he realized that, this was definitely his cup of tea, and more importantly, that he could do it better. He could reach the masses, really spread the word, spread the doctrine to those people who needed it. Not just SWAT cops and, special forces, military, but average, everyday citizens.
My name's Martin Jones, and I'm originally from England, but I live in San Diego now.
And how many times have you been here to front sight?
This is my third time. For me, it's a case I get a chance to actually learn skills that I've always wanted to learn. Not so much for personal protection, but simply because I enjoy shooting.
Why did you want to come to front sight?
Well, actually, I'm planning on joining the Navy SEALs, so I'm trying to get some good handgun training before I go to basic training.
Get me ahead of the curve a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes. So when are you going to go and enlist? How does that process work?
Actually, in 3 days.
3 days. You're going to be signing up.
So as you can see in the background, we have handgun, shotgun, rifle ranges. We also cater to M16s, Uzis, martial arts. We're standing on the rope and rappel facility. So it's a huge facility, continues to grow all the time. That's really the nature of the facility. The training, as I mentioned a moment ago, is really geared toward the private citizen, those people who want to come out and learn defensive, tactical skills. Sometimes we get the hobbyist, kind of the weekend enthusiast, and that too is fine. If this is their social outlet and they want to channel it through a productive activity, firearms training, that's great. We're happy to have those folks as well. But really we're training those people who want to stay alive.
Hi there. Jesse Pearson, P-E-A-R-S-O-N.
P-E-A-R-S-O-N, right here. Have a seat inside.
Thanks.
Here on the range, your weapon will only be one of 3 places. In the holster, at the ready, or pointed at the target. Say again, your weapon will only be one of 3 places. In the holster, at the ready, or pointed at the target.
Spent both time in active duty Army and a lot of time in the National Guard and the 19th Special Forces Group. Spent a lot of places and doing a lot of FID missions in foreign countries with them, from anywhere from 2 weeks to a couple months for the most of it. Right. Spent a lot of time in Korea, Thailand.
One line, everybody, first line, and come up and right on one of these little flags. Line is set. Ready, fire!
What did I get? A, B, C, or D?
Oh, I give you a B. That's a B. Strong B. Yeah.
For effort, I get a B.
If you're not here, you're late. We're starting anyway. Right now. Finger off the trigger. Let him know that. I shouldn't have come up and tell him. Yell at him. Line is set. Ready, fire!
How's your partner today?
Tony's good, man. It's very encouraging. He keeps saying, you can do it. You're going to get it. He told that lady next to me not to quit because she was bummed. He said, don't give up. He's a man of few words, but he's really they're well-chosen words.
You need to stay alive. You need to train the way you want to fight. Because when you get in a fight, you will fight the way you train. You will not rise to the occasion. You will sink to your level of training. So make that level of training as high and as good and realistic as you can, because that is what will keep you alive. Any questions? No shooting yourself on my range. Challenge! Stop or I'll shoot!
I don't know. I think it would have stopped them probably. I don't know if it meets muster here, but it probably would have stopped him.
Problem is, I was going to take one.
I got the top of his crew cut.
I never saw any combat. Probably one of the best trained guys that never was in combat. I probably would have, but I was in Coronado. I was on a combat dive team. And prior to 9/11, I was there on a training operation and shattered the arm and shoulder in a rubber raft. So I was what we refer to as broke dick, going to the hospital, broken up. 9/11 happened and having operations while all my buddies ended up in Afghanistan. It's just the way it worked out.
Ready?
Did you feel a sense of regret on not being there?
Yeah, you know, you spend that long training and then something happens and everybody else you trained with for years is going and you're not because, you know, that's the way life goes, you know.
Yeah.
I guess you'd say it's good and bad.
Yeah, I guess so. What's your take on the state of gun rights and gun laws and the Second Amendment in America today?
Being British, I don't know too much about the Second Amendment, but I do know it allows you to use and carry guns in the US. In Britain, you're not allowed to anymore, and I think that's very sad.
They are really starting to take away our gun rights that are in the Constitution, which all of our laws are supposed to be based upon. So that really makes me angry.
I would say that if you really look at it, our whole Constitution is in tatters. We are supposed to be the most free country in the world. If you look at it, there's hardly anything we can do without buying some kind of a license, getting government permission.
I hope it doesn't come to the point wherein the law-abiding citizens will just say, forget everything.
Yeah.
There's too much bureaucracy, red tape. That won't be a good deal.
Obviously, the laws have to follow what the people in the community want them to be, but at the same time, a lot of people are just so uneducated about weapons, about guns, and a lot of these decisions are made based on these reactionary stances that people have. Just guns are bad.
And I don't know where the tide is going, honestly. I don't know if the country's becoming more pro-gun or less pro-gun because it is so polarized. It's the crazy, you know, anti-gun people are as crazy as they ever had, and the, you know, crazy rednecks are crazy rednecks.
They think that they're making us safer, but they are actually making us much more in danger every time they pass a gun law.
Who's going to be left with handguns there, aside from the cops and the military? Those that don't care for the law. They can get handguns anywhere, right?
You've got to go through, fill out the paperwork to buy a gun. I mean, you've got to get permission from the government to carry one. Is that freedom?
A free society is one where everybody's rights are respected. But the government isn't respecting our rights when they keep taking them away from us.
Anybody gone through yet, you guys?
No, we're actually using you as a target.
Okay,
So-
well, let's see. I'll be firing too, so.
Well, that's good because you'll be pointed downrange, as will I. So I'll be in a reverse position.
Nice.
Say that again. The hostage drill is a live puppy, and if you miss, you kill the puppy. So, little guy got it. Poor little guy.
It's all for the greater good, man.
Yeah, puppy as well.
I think they got it. I heard him say, stop or I'll kill this bitch.
Situation is you're sitting at home relaxing, somebody starts beating on your door. drugs, motherfucker! Here I come! Hey, buddy, need any help? You shot my friend! Ah! You missed me! Here I come! Drop the gun! I'm gonna kill this bitch! And scenario's over. Back to the holster.
That ruled.
This guy, he's beating on your door. Where's my drugs? You kind of went for the gun, but you weren't sure whether you should come out of the holster. You're in your home. Somebody's beating on your door. You know, unless you sell drugs, I don't know. You know, somebody's beating on your door. Where's my drugs? Gun comes out to ready.
Okay.
You want to be ready for this guy to kick your door in. Came up, 2 shots, controlled pair right to the nose. Excellent shooting. Standard response we'd like to see is 2 to the chest.
The thoracic first.
Again, you know, designated headshots do come into play. I'm not saying that it's wrong. What we'd like to see is a controlled pair to the chest first. That's a good shot. That's in the box. That round is a problem. That is now what we call a to whom it may concern round.
Okay.
That round is headed off who knows where. That could hit grandma coming up the street from the store with her groceries. It could hit the baby in the stroller or the kid at the park. Who knows? Make sure you're seeing your sights and they're getting where they need to be. Again, we'd like to see 2 to the thoracic. You did not shoot the guy with the phone. Why?
Because he was there to try and help me.
Okay.
Not a threatening position, not saying anything that was...
Had he said, I'm going to beat you over the head with this phone, what would you do?
I would have said stop or I'll shoot.
Had he raised it overhead and advanced towards you?
2 in the thoracic.
Good. That's the exact response we're looking for.
Okay, great.
First one's a little low, still in the box. Your second one, however, couldn't be any more centered in the box.
Excellent.
Right there on the bridge of the nose is the dead center of the box. That's exactly what we're looking for.
Excellent.
Excellent job on the hostage shot.
Thanks very much.
In the dark, it's hard for us to clearly see everybody, so we're going to need your help a lot in maintaining a safe range. My finger does not go on the trigger till I've identified positively that that's the target that I want to shoot. In your house, you may hear the noise. You're doing the search. Your finger's on the trigger, a little too light, you come up. That's the kid sneaking home through the window.
I think this is probably the most excited I've been the whole time we've been here. I can't wait to shoot this.
Remember, we do not start until the go command if we're doing a firing.
Injure it and the gun starts flipping. Maximize the context in the back of the ignition.
How'd you do? Can you light me up, Mike? I don't know. We're about to find out. Moment of truth. Ooh, I'm low a lot. Oh, not bad, actually. Better than I fucking do in the daylight. I'm meant to shoot at night. I'm not meant to shoot in the daytime. I'm meant to shoot when everybody else is asleep.
Oh, those aren't headshots, dude.
This is fucked up.
How'd you do this time?
Very well.
Oh, I think he's dead.
Oh, the thorax, I still got a bunch.
Tell you what, why don't you take this one?
Alright. Maybe I'm better at shooting never in the daytime.
That's very pretty. Not really bright, but... How'd you do this time, Jesse?
I don't know. Let's take that camera and shove it up your ass.
Here we go.
It's the same thing was doing in the military. I am teaching these people skills to stay alive if they need to do it.
Line is set. Ready, fire.